Dun dun dun. I'm live in this motherfucker. Oh, damn it. See?
You couldn't even make it the first 10 seconds.
I know. I be trying not to curse, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be trying not to curse. But it is what it is. We are live on the tube. If you don't know who this is Shooter Brown. Welcome to the Shooter Brown channel. I am yours truly, Shooter Brown. You know, this is my first student. Yes, somebody messed up somewhere and said that I could train people. You know, who knew? Totally bad judge of character. Anyway, here we go. We got a few questions to ask the student. You know what I'm saying? We got a few. He's gonna ask me. He's gonna talk to me about what it's like to go from being Joe Schmo, driver license, regular driver license, to being a CDL driver, the job in general. You know what it's like to, you know, to go through the process at Prime, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, and yeah, I got a bunch of stuff laying around back there, but 'tis I, you know, this is what I do. Anyway, try to get such a bad glare off my, oh well, I can't see, so I'm gonna have to wear my old man glasses. But anyway, so would you like to introduce yourself to the YouTube world? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta give me your whole name.
Miles, I ain't got no YouTube channel or nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about it.
Now, me and Miles, we ain't just meet, okay? We known each other before I got into trucking. You know, we met back in the day when I was going to a school for aviation. You know, but, you know, that didn't work out. You know, yeah, it didn't work out for me. You know, apparently you can't bring beer. So, you know, who knew? Yeah, so that I got kicked out of there. But I bought enough beer for everybody, but it still, they didn't care. Anyway.
That's what you get for getting naughty ice.
Yeah. No, I think it was Bud Light. I think it was Budweiser or
Whatever
Bud Light.
it was, somebody didn't like it.
Yeah, assholes. Anyway, so how did you like the process of, first of all, what do you think about trucking so far?
It's cool. It really is. It's really easy money. I mean, seriously, just this is all I do. You know,
Yeah.
It's nothing. Like, it's hand over fist money. And I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when I first got in, I was worried about the size of the vehicle. You
Yeah.
know, and I've seen like some real messed up stuff on the roads.
Yeah.
Before getting into this business.
Right.
So coming into it, I was a little bit nervous on driving these big vehicles.
I think after a while they get smaller. You know,
trying not to cuss.
Oh, shit, I already fucked it up. Anyway, the thing about it is, first of all, let me get a how's the audio? Can you guys hear us really well? You know, let me get a thumbs up, or let me get a like. Hit the like button if you can hear me. But yeah, so let me ask you this. Like, well, let me say this. I feel like with trucking, you know, people think that, okay, well, it's such a big vehicle, After a while, the truck gets smaller. You know, the truck gets smaller the more you drive it.
It does.
You know, and after a while, what's going to happen is that you're going to be driving these trucks, and you're going to go back and because you ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you're going to get back on your bike, and you're going to be like, man, this is really small. you know, this. I feel like when I get back home and I drive my car, you know, well, pretty much my wife's car.
I honestly wonder if the speed difference is gonna be different when I get back on the bike. Thinking I'm going fast, look down and I'm only doing 65.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, I think the speed is relative. You know, because when I go home and I drive the car, it's like I'm gunning it. I ain't gonna lie. It's more fun.
Yeah, you put the pedal to the metal
Yeah.
wherever you go here. You know,
Yeah.
so I
It's
see
nimble.
that happening. I can see that happen. Jump in a car and just.
Yeah, it's just mash it. You know, and then it's so nimble. You're like, oh yeah, I can do this. You know what I mean? But yeah. So how did you like what are the pros and cons about the process of going through, you know, going from calling them and getting on your PSD trainer's truck, because I don't do PSD, I just do TNT. Where by the time, like I said, by the time you get on my truck, you already got your license, you already da 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 da. So how was the process from the beginning to right before you got on my truck?
Well, it was quick. I got it within a month.
Yeah.
I was struggling beforeward, so I wasn't able to come up with the money as fast as I could to pay for the DOT physical before getting the permit and then going down and taking the test and paying for all that. So that's what took the longest. But as soon as I got that done, it was in and out. The cons of the whole process is Prime is really vague.
Yeah.
They are. Like, you call them up and you're like, hey, I'm at the bus station and I was supposed to get a shuttle. Oh, okay, I'll call them right now. Okay, well, what am I looking for? And they hang up.
Yeah.
And then the guy just pulls up outside the bus station. It's just a plain white van, and he's sitting there just...
Free candy.
He's just sitting there
There's
staring
no
at the front door, and I'm like, okay. So I call the guy back up, and I watch the guy answer the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it Prime Shuttle? He goes, yeah. I'm like, all right, well...
Thanks,
Yeah, and then I jump in the car. I'm like, so are you guys taking me to a hotel? Do I have to pay for it? What's going on? I was told that was free room. Oh, no, we'll take care of that. I'm taking you right now. Like, they're really vague. That was like really the only thing I didn't like about it. Getting into the orientation, it went smooth as butter. Yeah, it was nothing.
Did it seem like it was organized? They knew what was happening?
Well, it was routine to them, they this is what we're doing, and then that was it. Like it was nothing. They already knew what needed to be done, and they just put you in it. Like, you had no choice but to do whatever. You weren't going to be confused. You just get put in it and do it. Real fast and easy. I had a couple guys that are return Prime members. And so I just kind of hung out with them most of the time, and they were like, yeah, let's just do this. We'll just knock this out, and oh yeah, just sign this, sign that, and you're good to go. Boom.
Yeah.
A lot of sitting around, a lot of waiting.
Yeah.
It
kind of when I went through it, it kind of reminded me of like going to the MEP station. Like when you first go in the military, it's routine to them, but to you it's like, okay, I got to go do this. To give you a little schedule. You got to do this, you got to do that, da 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 da. And it's a process, but at the same time though, I feel like it's efficient. It does for the amount of people they got to get through there.
Right.
Like obviously on the individual wait times and things like that, it might be a bit annoying.
Right. My class was like 22 people, so
yeah,
it was a lot of waiting for them to get all the paperwork processed for every individual. After orientation, once I got out on the pad, it was awesome. I mean, the people were cool. The trainers out there were really awesome.
That's pretty cool, man. Any advice you would give to someone who's looking into getting into this? I mean, I know you ain't been doing it but so long. Obviously, you're still on the trainer's truck and everything like that. But, you have a bit of experience as far as going from, like you said, the beginning, from not having your license to, going through the PSD process and everything like that. Any advice you would tell people, like what to bring, what might be make it more comfortable, da 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 da?
Don't forget a blanket and a pillow.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Other than that, just make sure you bring enough clothes, and everything else is pretty much taken care of for you.
Yeah. Here at Prime, they have a pretty decent setup. I mean, I remember when you first told me you was getting in the truck, and you said, "Oh man, yeah, I'm supposed to be going to CR England." You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, no, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got nothing against CR England, but I've heard the horror stories, man.
Yeah.
I've heard the horror stories of, the drama and the inefficiency of their system and the low pay and things like that. I mean, because shoot, on a trainer's truck, especially the TNT phase, shoot, you making pretty good money just for training. I mean, on a trucker scale, is not that great, but I'm talking about from someone who's punching the clock 9 to 5, in whatever city USA, the average pay, most people bringing back maybe, part-time to full-time, even $200 to $400 a week, You see what I'm saying? And here, shit, fucking, you go to you get on the TNT truck, you're getting $700 a week.
Yeah.
You know, before taxes, he's about to back right into that doggone Love's truck. I hope he don't, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been it. I ain't been it. I ain't in it. But anyway, but yeah. So it's like it's a process of getting into it. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're not gonna back into my truck. He's backing up now. But I think that at the end of the day, man, this is a good way to get into the game. I mean, this is not like super owner op money, things like that. But first getting into the game, you can't beat it. You know. And you went in through Utah, but if you'd have went in like through Springfield, where they have Utah squared away though, they can hook you up with the hotel, they hook you up with the things you need to, you know, to get going. But the one out there in Springfield, like, you ain't been there yet. We gotta go out there to Springfield. They have the big pad, they got the hotel and everything right there. They got the North Star Grill. You go in there and some hobbits behind the counter, you know, hey, I want an omelet. He juju's it up right then, you know what I mean? Like it's squared away, you know. But I wanted to ask you something else. How do you feel about me being your trainer? Because you saw my videos before you're my first student. You see what I'm saying? And honestly, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I suck at this job. So how do you think that, you know, as far as like what you've been learning and things like that, you know, I do it well enough to get it done. You know what I mean? But honestly though, based on like, did you have any apprehension about like watching my videos and then getting on my truck, like, you know what I mean?
I already knew.
Yeah, but you knew me personally already.
Yeah,
so.
I knew it was going to be a shit show to begin with. But, I mean, at least I can say it hasn't been boring. Honestly, it hasn't been bad. Like, I've got really no complaints.
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. We're mostly on time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm getting tired of your dark cloud. I'm really getting.
What you mean? I got bad luck, bro.
Your dark cloud, dude. That's bullshit.
Hey,
dude.
Shit happens,
all right,
man.
Like,
you know,
we're good to go. We've got our load. We're about to be on schedule, and then next thing you know, we gotta wait a whole friggin' day, and now we're late.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I tell people that my birthmark, I got a birthmark on my back right here, and it's a black cloud. It's horrible. Like, I have the worst luck in the history. Like, I'm telling you, man. But here's the thing, like, you get to learn from somebody who has screwed up in every aspect of trucking. Only thing I haven't done, you know what I mean, like, knock on wood, is like crash a truck or, you know, roll one over or anything like that. But I don't do anything unsafe. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm too scared because I already know I got bad luck. Yeah. You know, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, before you got on my truck, I told people that I was gonna be a trainer, and they were like, "Man, they feel for that first guy." You know, a lot of my subs, they already know. They like, man, you know, Shooter Brown, he's cool and everything, but he sucks at trucking, bro. You know what I mean? But I see it like this, okay? I see it like this. Would you rather learn from someone who has like the worst luck and things like that, and still out here getting it? Or would you rather learn from someone who nothing ever goes wrong, you know what I mean, and they never been through any drama, like, and your PSD trainer, he was flatbed.
Yeah.
How did you, what do you think about the difference? Wait, before I even get into that, would you rather learn from someone who, it's just like, I'm not a religious person, right? But if I was, and I was choosing a church, I wouldn't want a preacher who's been a goody two-shoe his whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be that guy who's like, okay, you know, you can't relate to my me trying to get over my thug life if you ain't never did shit. You know what I mean? So I feel the same way about me being a trainer. Like, yeah, okay, people might be like, wow, Shooter, you suck at trucking, like in the history of 18 wheels, like you're the worst. But I've learned from a lot of mistakes, and I know how to do things that, you know, and here's the crazy part. Like, I don't want to scare you, okay? I'm not trying to scare you. But I didn't get a trainer for reefer.
I know.
You noticed, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like I do shit my own way. So it's like, you know, when I come to the game, you know, they was like, well, you've been driving long enough, you don't have no accidents, you're good to go. We're just gonna shoot you the keys and good luck. You know what I mean? So we're learning this together. You know what I'm saying? We're learning this together, bro. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Luckily, Prime makes it easy. If anything goes wrong, you just call them up and they tell you.
Oh, yeah.
They tell you exactly what to do. You ain't got to worry about it.
Definitely, definitely. So, what was the other question I just had? I just forgot it. Yeah, so that's that.
Bro, crack that window. It's hot.
It's hot. But yeah.
Nordic over here, you know?
Yeah, yeah. This guy, man. He be... Oh, let me talk about that. Let me talk about that, okay? With your fucking Nordic Viking ass, okay? Me, obviously, I'm black, okay? Been black for 40 years almost. Tropical people, right? Don't mind the heat. How do you feel about, like, sharing the truck with someone who has such a major difference in temperature preference? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I might keep it a little warm in here. You know what I'm saying? To say it lightly, you know, because I don't do cold, period. Like, I'll drive all the way around a mountain range just so I don't have to see snow. Yeah. Like, I'm that guy, you know? But, like, what do you think about, you know, sharing the space and the differences of, you know, because we differ with a lot of things. We differ with our music, you know what I'm saying? We differ with our culture, things like that. How do you feel about, you know, for advice for somebody else getting into the game? You know, what type of openness or open-mindedness do you think people should come into the game with? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's a lot about compromise. Luckily, we both like loud music, whether, you know, it's my music or your music, you know? Yeah. But to be honest, like, we've got a lot of differences, but we also have open-mindedness to where we're not really arguing about anything.
Yeah, no, we don't argue about shit. I don't argue anyway.
And even if we do, it's like, well, fuck you, enjoy it. You know, embrace the suck.
That's it, man.
Embrace the suck, you know.
Embrace the suck, man.
But
you know,
for anybody getting into it, I would say, you know, ask them what their boundaries are. Ask them what's good to go and what's not good to go.
Yeah.
On their truck. But, you know, you and I, we really don't give a fuck, so. I've had you blaring music while I'm sleeping in the back, like all the way up to 60, you know, just...
I'm that guy. Yeah, I'm that guy.
And you'll eventually fall asleep sooner or later, so...
Yeah, that's my theory. I feel like, you know, and it's kind of a dick move on both of our parts.
Oh, yeah, I've done it to him.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, I'm the type... nothing really bothers me that much, you know what I'm saying? And besides that, I feel like, you know what? If I can't sleep because of that, then I'm not that tired.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm not like super disrespectful. You know what I mean? But honestly, like, I'm gonna have the radio going, stuff like that. And there's also a mute button back there for the 2 back speakers. I didn't tell you that. But yeah, you can push a button back there and it turns off those speakers back there. You know, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I've slept in the back of a Bradley. You know what I mean? While it's a track vehicle and it's like, if you're tired enough, you'll pass it. I can sleep anywhere under any condition. So the music and shit doesn't bother me at all. You know, so I see it like this. I'd rather be uncomfortable, quote unquote, uncomfortable in the back and, you know what I'm saying, not be able to sleep if I was that type of person, than for the driver to have it like super quiet in here. And now they're
start nodding.
Yeah, they start nodding off and stuff like that.
They got nothing to keep their brain active.
Yeah,
because that is important. Like, when you're behind the wheel and you've already done 8 hours and you're just used to going to sleep right around, you know, your next 3 come along, and you need something to keep active. You need you know, something to
keep your mind going. Audiobooks.
Exactly. You know, I mean, mine is music. You know, like, I'll throw on a song I know heart and just go at it. You know, try to liven up a little bit, try to wake up a little bit, because I swear those lines will hypnotize you. And my PSD trainer, he was like, dude, just wait. He's like, you think it's bad now, just wait until you start dreaming while you're awake and you start seeing some crazy shit out on that road that ain't even there. Yeah. He was like, it'll happen, trust me, it'll happen. And I'm like, all right, well.
Yeah, but I'm not the type to push. See, some trainers, they'll push you, man, and push you and push you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you gotta drive, you gotta drive. Look, bro, don't kill us in this motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you tired, pull over, bro. Go to the Loves, go to the TA, whatever you can find trips, and we can do it like that. And then we can you know, see what the sleep schedule is gonna be, but I'm not gonna push you to the point where you're like, man, I'm sleepy, man, I need to stop. I'm not gonna push you, bro, because I'm not trying to die in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Or I'm not trying to have you go off and you nod off and now you didn't plow through 15 cars because it was traffic and you didn't notice.
Dude, I saw an accident last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, car flipped over, semi up in front. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and they didn't have any flares or nothing.
You was like first on the scene then, passing by.
Yeah. There was a bunch of cars all pulled over and everything. Yeah. At first, I thought it was a truck pulled over.
Yeah.
With their
blinkers on.
No, utility lights.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw white lights.
Yeah.
And as I'm coming up on it, I move over, and as I'm coming up on it, I'm like, that's kind of far out, and that doesn't look like a flare. So I moved over again, and as I'm passing by, there's a car on its flipped over.
Man.
Lights still on, smoke all over the place, and I'm like, do I have to pull over or? I mean, honestly, I kept on going, but it looked like they had enough help. I mean, there was at least 12 different cars out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, that's a judgment call for yourself to make. You know, and honestly, if you're not trained in, you know, medical things like that, like, you're probably just gonna be in the way.
My CPR card's expired, bro.
Yeah, you know, but I mean, I don't know, like, that's a personal thing, decision people got to make. But I mean, you know, they got people for that. There's hobbits out there who you know, if you're looking at one car, like it just happened, and there's one car and you're first, you might as well see what's going on, see if you can help, maybe you can pull somebody out or see what's going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a double-edged sword, because nowadays people like to sue, and let's say a car is flipped over and you get there and someone's hanging upside down in their seatbelt and they're like and you pull them out, but they have a spinal cord injury, and you mess around and you move them the wrong way, and now their right leg is numb forever, and now you can be sued or whatever, like that. Like, it's, I don't know, you know, I'd call somebody. If the car's not burning and, you know, something like that, then I'm not touching you, bro. Like, that's just my personal opinion on it. People might be like, oh, you know, you're an asshole. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and put myself at risk to be, you know, litigated against for something like that.
Yeah.
You know. So at this point, we're gonna open up the Q&A for people who are in here. If you got any questions for me or for Miles, hit them. I'll read them out loud right quick and see what you guys got to say. You know, like, oh, Adam's like, here, sign this release before I pull you out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lance says Shooter probably likes the night shift so he can listen to Coast to Coast AM radio all night and get his conspiracy going.
Yeah, he's definitely been throwing that stuff on.
Oh man, so what do you think about my conspiracy? I'm telling you, man, it's the aliens, dog. They coming, bro.
He really listens to some stupid shit.
Hey, listen, don't judge me, all right? I'm a night owl, you know? Oh, let's talk about that. With your preferences, night or day driving, or, you know, how do you feel about that?
I honestly prefer, like, I want to say like 4 to 4, you know, like
4 in the afternoon to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, you know, the traffic's like starting to die down, and then once it hits like midnight, it's empty the whole way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I actually prefer that because I can't stand these idiots out here.
I'm telling you, these four-wheelers that have you mad as shit.
They won't move, man. They won't move.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off.
You got trucking. You have to have that patience, man.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have that patience because. But I'm trying to be live over here. I'm trying to be live. My son keeps calling me. But yeah. So that's just what it is. What do you guys think, man? You know, any questions for me about me being a new trainer? Da 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 da. Look at he's. Elko says tinfoil time. You know. All right. Here's some tinfoil shit.
Honestly, I feel bad for his next student.
Yeah?
Because I knew what I was getting into. The next student doesn't.
Hey.
I feel bad for him.
It's true. Flat or round earth?
Huh?
Are you a flat earther? Or
bro, it's round. I don't know.
Bro, the earth is flat. See? That's where we disagree.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
That's what we get. That's what we disagree. You're stupid. Okay? Let's just agree to disagree.
How are you like 40 years old with the millennial mentality?
Listen, first of all, okay, the earth has been flat. You ain't never seen a curve. Okay? We're not gonna get into that right now. Okay? We're not gonna get into that right now. Adam believes that the earth is flat, just like I do. You know what I mean?
He's just trying to keep your mouth shut, that's all.
Probably. Yep. So, oh, let me ask you about this, because you was a smoker of cigarettes before you got on my truck, and I was like, bro, listen.
That's because I couldn't get to a vape shop.
Oh, you was already vaping?
Dude, where's my other one?
Yeah, you was already. Oh, that's right. You had your other vaping stuff.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. See, there you go. Smart. What does it say? Smart money says flat. Everybody knows the Earth is flat.
No, it ain't.
Okay.
No, it ain't.
Everybody knows the Earth is flat. He keeps calling me. Okay. But yeah. What do you guys think about this?
Why does everybody want to call you all you like?
I don't know. Nobody calls me.
Nobody calls you all day. You know, we sat here for like 2 hours in peace.
Right. We're gonna do